Hello everybody, my name is Link7 and today I'm bringing you guys a super exciting update about Tears of the Kingdom. Today I'm going to go over 4 different things that's recently been found. First things first, a brand new technique was found just about an hour ago would let you infinitely duplicate any material. Now already that is super incredibly OP, but it means more than you might imagine. First things first, what it means is because you can duplicate anything that you can fuse to your bow, it means you can get infinite zonite, meaning you can infinitely max out immediately your batteries. Second thing, you can duplicate any item that is expensive, meaning it will also result in an infinite money glitch. And also, obviously, that means you can take the highest damage item you have, duplicate it, and you basically now have a maxed out inventory with incredible damage. And in terms of speedrunning, this will also result in just a very fast route. Get one super OP item, duplicate it a bunch, you name it. You can only imagine. The second thing I'm going to cover is a movement technique that lets you reach areas further than you are supposed to. And it's super easy. Anyone can do it as well. Trust me, it's a very easy technique. You will get it down. There's not really any penalty for failing it. And I'm going to show you that as well. The third thing that I'm going to show you is a new technique that's been found that is more of a kind of like an exploit slash like a super clever way to use the recall feature, which can be used for helping you solve puzzles, cheese shrines, help you with some of the Korok escort missions, and also just reach areas you're maybe not supposed to yet, or just make it much easier. And last but not least, I'm also going to cover a more limited glitch in how to duplicate your bows, weapons, and shields. That one is a bit more complicated and also much more limited, but I'll go over all of that in today's video. First things first though, how to duplicate your items. So what you need for this glitch is just to be anywhere in the game, and then you just have a material you want to duplicate that you can actually fuse to your bow, and then have 2 bows. That's it. That's all you need. So let's start this. So you're going to just be anywhere in the game, have your bow out in your hand by pressing ZR, and then I want you to press D-pad up, and then you select any item that you want to duplicate. Let's just use this. Let's use something that I have less of so it's easier to remember. Let's use this tail. So I currently have 4 of these tails. So if the duplication glitch works, I should have 5 of them, okay? So we're going to fuse that together. Then I'm going to pause my game. I'm going to open up my bows and arrow selection. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to press the drop button, not unequip, immediately drop this bow. And then I want you to equip another bow. It can really be any bow whatsoever. Then here's the difficult part and the only part that can go wrong with the trick. You have to unpause and pause the game very quickly. If this click doesn't work, this is why it failed. You didn't unpause and pause quickly enough. However, I want to say if you do fail it, you don't lose the item. Like it's not like it's a penalty for failing it, so you can just retry it again. So quickly just try and unpause and pause. Then what I want you to do is drop the second bow and then just leave the inventory. You can pick up your 2 bows, so you're not going to lose them. And if the glitch worked, if you go to your materials, bam, you now have 5 of them. And like I said, you can do this with any item. So I can try it with the large zonite. Like I said, it's easy to fail it sometimes with the timing. I'm still new to it, but let's just try it. So I have 2 large zonite. So open up this, drop one, pick up another bow, unpause, pause, drop it, leave the inventory, pick up the bows, and now if I go here, I have 3 zonite. Bam, it worked. It's that simple. It is super easy. You can do it over and over again. I really think for people that want more money or just want to max out their battery, you name it, this is going to be a super useful technique and trick. The second thing I'm going to go over is how to basically fly further. This one does require you to have completed the Rito dungeon, but nothing else. And I'm trying to not show you anything that is like major spoilers or anything like that. So, how to do it. So, once you have Tolan equipped right here, as you know normally, and I'm going to show you an example right now of how it normally looks like. So, I'm going to jump off this rock right here and fly towards that tree right there. And immediately as I get into the air, I'm just going to press A to use my wind normally. And you can see full speed, and then bam, right there, I lose all my momentum. And if I go around the mountain right here, I land about here. And you can see that you basically have your speed up during that initial boost, and then it basically kind of disables and lowers your speed to the normal flying speed. But what you can do is you can jump use the ability, and then towards the end of the fly, press B and X, which will remove the paraglider and then take it out again. And that will allow you to actually maintain about 30% more speed. So I'm going to show you how to do that right now. So jump, use it, BX, and you can see I just got a second boost and I'm still flying super fast. I'm not sure if it's super easy to tell based upon where I am right now. This is not the best demonstration spot, but if you watch very, very carefully on the two clips, you're going to see that you have just way more speed reserved when you do that technique. BX, you got a second boost, and you maintain it better. If you try and ever reach an area and you're like really far away or in the sky, I recommend you to always do that because it will always let you reach further areas. And normally you might not be able to reach it at all, but with this technique, you'll probably be able to. Third trick is the recall trick. Now, this recall trick is very, very, very powerful. So let me show you an example of how to use it. So I'm going to bring one of these planks right here. And right here, I'm at one of the early game shrines in Central Hyrule. And this one is a little bit tricky to get to. I'm just using this as an easy example because it's an early game. Bam, right here, you need a lot of stamina. You need to climb this up and you need to get up there to the shrine. Now, how you can maybe get up there, though, if you don't have a lot of stamina? Well, I'll show you. So you want to take out your bow once again, and I want you to fuse an item that is big. It can be any item technically, but I recommend the wood because it's just easier to do it. Then I'm going to shoot my bow up here towards this area. It's going to go up there, it's going to hit the wall, and then it's going to fall down. Then, to not have it bounce around here, I'm just going to like recall it right as it lands so it doesn't like move too much. And then I'm going to move this platform. I'm going to fuse it with this piece of wood. And then I'm going to recall the wood. And if it lands on the ground, that's totally fine. And then it should just shoot up into the sky and let me have super fast movement. And you can see, bam, I did jump into the ceiling, but you can do it anywhere. And you can do this for much more than just a platform. I'm going to show you a clip right now of me using it, for example, for a Korok. So there was a Korok I had that was pretty far away, and it was like a big walk. So as an example, I walked over there. I shot an arrow. Imagine trying to get over a river or whatever. I shot an arrow with a wood. I then walked over to where the Korok was. I then simply just attached him to the piece of wood, and then he's recalled, and he flew all the way over and immediately solved it. This can be used for truly anywhere, and you can probably see as well when I did my jump there towards the end of the recall that I gained more height. So you can also use it to kind of get like an uplift, and you can use this for many things as well. Moving forward, moving downwards, you name it. So many situations can you do this for. So I think this is going to be used for a lot of people. Now, with that being said, there's one more trick I'm going to show you, which is how to duplicate your bows, weapons, and shields. This one is the most restrictive. I will still show you how to do it, just so you can get the full update. And it is used in the current 90% speedrun, but it is more difficult and more finicky. So let me load a save right here, and let me show you how to do it. All right, so for this last one, how to duplicate them. Like I said, I'm going to try and explain this one, but this one is more complicated. So there's a few criteria. First, you can only duplicate items that you have not found yet, meaning it has to have the question marks above it. Second of all, it has to be an item that is higher damage or shield, etc., a higher value than the item that you're duplicating over, because you're basically going to lose a low tier item for a higher tier item here. So in this case, because I'm using this place as an example with Aladal, this one only has 4 damage output. So I'm actually gonna, to really show this easily, drop all my weapons. I'm just gonna drop all the weapons I have that isn't the torch. All right, so now I only have the torch and nothing else. So you want to make sure that you do not have an item equipped in the item that you want to duplicate. And this goes for shields and bows as well. So I don't have anything equipped here. And I'm going to walk up and pick up the ladle. Now I'm going to press start to open up inventory. And you're going to see that it automatically equipped the ladle. And here's the important part right now. Basically, you will duplicate over the item that it is currently located at. So currently, the ladle is located in slot number 3. You might be wondering, well, how do you duplicate? Well, what you're going to do is you're going to press Y to sort. So I'm going to press Y to sort. And now you're going to see that the torch is located in the slot in the inventory where the ladle previously was. So then what you can do is just press A and press equip. Once you have done that, you can now simply just exit the inventory. and then just press A. And this will result in you automatically taking out the weapon that you just picked up in your hand. In this case, it is the ladle. But you can see I'm actually having the torch equipped. So I can punch this, but I still have the torch equipped. Now, if I were to switch items, I would lose the duplication glitch. But if I instead press the drop button right here, it will just drop whatever was in Link's hand, meaning it's the ladle. So now I have 2 ladles. Now, obviously, when you're doing this, you're not going to do this with a ladle. But let's say you find an incredibly high power item, a super high quality shield, you name it, just anything that's really useful. Like, wow, I'd love 2 of that. Like maybe a Hylian shield or just something like that. You can do it with that. But that's why I say it's more limited and it's more complicated. But either way, that is how you do all of those glitches. For the first day or 2 after I release this video, I'm going to try and be in the comment section and answer as many questions as possible. But I really hope nonetheless you still enjoyed this video. Please remember to subscribe to the YouTube channel. I'm going to be releasing so much more Tears of the Kingdom content. So really hope you enjoyed this video and future content to come. But either way, if you want to see me documenting some of the glitches that have been patched from Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, you can look at the screen right now. And if you want to watch another random video I made on a randomizer for Wind Waker, you can look on the screen as well. But either way, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate that, and I will see you all in the next one. Later, everybody. Bye-bye.